All right, Sequence family, routine 4 of our August body weight program is coming up. I do have a guest again. It's funny, watch, if I just go like this, I bet you he'll come over. Wait for it. What are you doing? He's stretching. You're delaying, folks. Oh, there he is. All right, so Scout's gonna help me out with this last routine, right, bud? So the first exercise that we are going to do is going to be by itself, and we're only going to do 5 reps because I do think that this is kind of a challenging exercise. So what we're going to do is we are going to squat down, but what I want you to do is sit back, and then we're going to, you're actually in my way. You're actually in my way. We're going to put our hands down on the ground, excuse me, and then we're going to walk out, come back in. You're being the opposite of helpful right now, mister. So we're going to squat back, hands on the ground, walk out, come back in. All right, so that's gonna be the squat to walk out. Week 1 and week 2, I'm only gonna ask you to do 5 of those. If you want, what you can do instead, if the walkout's a little bit challenging, is just start doing this. Just start doing the squat. You can even work on start doing the squat. Just put your hands down and then come right back up. So that one's just going to be done by itself. 5 just to start out, week 1 and week 2. Rest about a minute in between this set. So you can pause, get through all of these, and then come back to the video. And we have 2 exercises that we are going to be doing together. So the first one is going to be, it's called a fighter lunge. So all I'm going to have you do, not really going to have you do too much of a lunge here, so much of a step back with a slight leg bend. I want you to lean forward too, like you're going to sprint. And then we're going to go up, knee drive up. You can put your foot back down, or if you think that you can go just like this, up, and then right back into it. So I do want you to lean forward a little bit for this. You can also put your hand on the wall if you need a little bit of extra support, that's fine. Again, this one's really for balance and then also good hip range of motion. So make sure that you hit both sides, and then we're going to move on to a standing oblique crunch. So I'm just gonna have you put your hand right behind your head, and we're going to come up just like this, okay? So it's bringing our knee right to our elbow. And so we'll go both sides. If you're on week 1 and week 2, it's 10 on each side. So both of these have a little bit of a balance component to it, and you're also gonna be working your core. Now, the next exercise that we're going to do, the next 2 exercises that we're going to do before we do a little bit of core at the end, we're going to be standing again. So we're going to go jumping jacks. So if this is bothersome on your joints at all, I'll make sure that I give you a modification for that too. What we're doing is just up and out. If you feel like the hand part's too hard, you can always just hop in, hop out. That's fine as well. If you want another modification, we can always just go like step out, little squat, step out, little squat. So from that side, it's step out, small squat, step out, small squat. So you can pick any of those options. The next thing that we are going to do is going to be a wall sit. So hopefully you have access to a wall nearby. You're gonna put your back on the wall, and I'm gonna let you pick the range of motion that you feel comfortable with, okay? So it's just gonna be, if this is where we feel okay, so it's gonna be a prescribed amount of time that we're gonna hold this, that's great. If you feel like you can go a little bit lower, then by all means go for that. I don't want our knees tracking forward on this. I want our shins to be basically vertical, okay? So from this side, I'm looking at I don't want that to happen. I want our shin to be vertical, but our back is up against the wall. So you're gonna go do those 2 together. Go ahead, pause this video, come back when you're ready for the end, and we're gonna be on the ground. Okay, so the last thing that you are going to do is going to be a scissor kick. So for the scissor kick, what I want you to do is, I'm gonna basically let you make this as challenging or as easy as you want. So we can start out here like this. One leg's gonna go down, one leg's gonna come up, and then we're gonna switch, okay? Now, the lower you go with this leg, the more challenging it is. Okay, what I want you to do is focus on keeping your low back glued to the floor. Okay, you can also, if you want, you can bend that leg. That might make it a little bit easier. So yeah, this is the scissor kick. Just one at a time. So this one's by itself. So go ahead and rest in between your sets. Come back to this when you're ready, and then you finish routine 4. Good work.